Hey everyone, and welcome to my second Flosstube video. I'm so glad you could be here. I just want to say thank you to everyone who commented on my first video. You guys left such sweet comments, and I just was blown away by all the views and likes. So thank you so much for that. I hope you guys enjoy this next one as much as you did the first one. So I have lots to share with you today. First, I wanted to show you all this floss that I have. If you didn't know from my first video, I mentioned that I run a cross-stitch business. So I have a lot of supplies laying around, and I definitely have a lot of floss. Like last year I bought like a huge 4,000 skeins of floss. Skeins? Am I saying that right? I feel like I always say that wrong. I think I used to say skeins, but it's skeins. Anyways, so I bought like a huge amount of it, and now I'm realizing there's some colors that I just don't use in my cross-stitch kits, so I'm going to be getting rid of that floss. Anyways, I just wanted to show that to you guys. So here is some of that floss. I don't know about you, but I just love when all the rainbow colors are together. And I'll show you over here. Yeah, like I said, I have tons of floss, mountains of it. And this isn't even all of it. Here's more of the floss. This is the stuff that I'm actually keeping. I pared it down to just the colors that I use the most. Anyways, the reason that I'm showing that to you is because all the floss colors that I'm no longer going to be using in my kits, I'm getting rid of. So I'm selling them. So if you are in the market for some cross-stitch floss, I'm your girl. I have tons of it, probably maybe 1,000 skeins I'm getting rid of, maybe more. And they're all really beautiful colors. The floss isn't DMC, but it is, the colors, the numbers match up to DMC. So like for instance, this one is, I don't know if you can see that, 964, and so in DMC this is the same color as 964 is in DMC, if that makes sense. So it is a generic version of floss, but I really like using it. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than DMC, and I'm selling this for basically what I bought it for, just because I want to get rid of it so I can just have a smaller collection. So anyways, if you're interested, I'll leave the link down in the description. You can get the rainbow collection if you just purchase it as is. If you want like specific colors, like a bunch of purples or a bunch of blues, then just tell that to me when you purchase it. Anyways, just wanted to get that out of the way before I got started. So, what I've been working on has been nothing at the moment because I've been really busy. Well, I mentioned in the last Flosstube that me and my family are about to go on vacation to New Mexico, so I've just been really busy packing for that and just getting all my orders out, so I haven't really had time to cross stitch. And I've also been kind of I've been waiting for my cross stitch fabric to come in. I ordered some from 123 Stitch, that phantom cloth that I mentioned in the last video. I ordered that, and I also ordered some oatmeal cloth, I believe. So I'm really excited to stitch on those. Like I said, this will be my first time I think my first time stitching on anything besides 14 count white Aida, so that'll be fun. I'll let you know how that goes. But on my trip, what I'll be working on is, let me see if I can find it. This pattern that I showed you last time, as you can see, I still haven't done any more on it, but I've worked on the pattern some more and I've added some to it. There's going to be some stuff up here and down here, so stay tuned to see what that will look like. So I'm going to be working on this one. I'm also going to be working on the hot air balloon pattern that I showed last time, the peace, love, happy pattern. Actually, I won't be doing that one till my cloth comes in. I created a new adventure pattern that has a quote about adventure on it. So I'm really excited to stitch those. So since I don't have any whips to show you right now, I guess I'll show you some of the stuff that I've previously finished or was previously working on. So I believe I showed this one last time, the adventure awaits. I don't think I showed this one last time. This one is cacti under the sun. The light's a little bit weird right here. I don't know what the best. So yeah, this is one of my favorite patterns. I don't know about you, but I just love cacti. For a while I was really into succulents and cacti and bought a whole bunch of them, but then they all died. So that was sad. But yeah, so that's why I just have cross-stitch versions of them, because these are much easier to keep alive. Next, show you this one. I'm having a hard time remembering what I showed last time, so hopefully I'm not showing the same one. But if I am, just leave me a mean comment or something. Just kidding, don't do that. This is the Be Happy pattern, also one of my favorites. I just like it because it's so cute. And it was pretty easy to stitch as well. So there's Be Happy. Then this one, You Are Loved. Oh, some fuzzies on it. This one is also pretty easy to stitch. And yeah. And I have this one, definitely probably my favorite pattern of all time. I just love colorful patterns, and this one is definitely one of my favorites. And this one, You Make My Heart Skip a Beat. This one I created for Valentine's Day. It was actually featured in Cross Stitch Crazy magazine, so I was really proud of that, and surprised too that I got selected for that. Yep. And then there's this one. As you can see, I'm not very good at finishing them in hoops. I've gotten better with some of my newer ones, but I won't even show you the back because it's really ugly. But here's this pattern. I love this one as well because it's just very colorful. Yeah, pretty simple. I stitched this one, I remember I was on a plane last year. We went to we went on an Alaskan cruise, and we also went to Washington State, like the Seattle area, because my mom's side of the family, some of them live out there. So we saw some of my family, then walked around Seattle, and then got on a cruise. So yeah, I'll always remember stitching on the plane when I look at this pattern. It's kind of funny how like you'll remember whenever you see a pattern, you'll remember like what you were doing or what TV show you were watching. At least I do. And let me see if I have anything else. I don't believe I showed this one last time. This is an old pattern I created a while ago when I was really into unicorns. I'm still into unicorns. I'll show you. Here's my giant unicorn that my boyfriend got for me a few years ago. Anyways, so here's this pattern. It says, "I'm a unicorn." I kind of gave up on it because I designed the pattern so that this is like just pretty much all a white gray color, and then this is all purple. And I just don't like when you have to stitch one color in a large area. I realized that when I started stitching this pattern. And I tried to get like creative and do like this weird stitch where you do like a whole bunch of stitches at one time, but it didn't really work. So yeah, this one still has yet to be finished. But this pattern is on my shop, on my Etsy shop, I believe, along with all the other ones. But yeah, I think this one has like confetti pieces out in this area when it's finished. So yeah, I do really love this unicorn though, just how it looks and stuff. Maybe I could redesign the pattern and just leave this blank, just do the black outline. Maybe I should actually do that, because that would be so much easier than having to stitch this whole thing white, especially when it's on white cloth anyways. So yeah, there's that one. Here is, this one's a large one. Another one that I started and then realized that this one was way too big and I didn't feel like stitching it. For all of you who stitch really big patterns, kudos to you, because I don't usually have the patience to do that. I like smaller patterns, and I don't like when you have to do like a whole bunch of one color, like I said earlier. But the more I cross stitch, the longer I'm able to do it like in one sitting. Like, I don't know, I guess maybe I'm able to get faster at it. I don't know, let me know in the comments below what size patterns you like to stitch. So yeah, there's that one. When it's finished, it'll have a wreath with another bird over here. It says "Dream Big." Sorry, I keep on looking over here. All my patterns and cross-stitch stuff, excuse me, is over here. I don't think I showed this one last time. I really like this pattern. I actually created this pattern by taking the silhouette of a deer and then photoshopping the watercolor behind it and then turning it into a cross-stitch pattern, in case you were curious. It came out really well. I really like how the colors blend into each other. So yeah, there's that one, watercolor deer. So I actually found one of the patterns that I will be stitching on the trip. This is, you probably can't tell what it is now, but it will be a geometric bear. So yeah, I'll be stitching that one, finishing this up. This will probably be part of my new cross stitch collection coming out later this summer. So yeah, I think that's everything that I'm gonna show today. I still have a few more pieces that, some finished pieces, but I think I'll wait till the next one to show those. So now that I'm done with all the patterns, I want to do something that I didn't do in my first one, but I've seen other people do it in their first Flosstube, which is the Know Your Needle Worker or Meet Your Needle Worker or something like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through that so that you guys can get to know me better, and like always, please comment. Let me know in the comments, introduce yourself. Let me know if you have a channel, what your name is, just anything like that. So the first question is, where do you live? I think I mentioned this in the last video. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. It is very hot and sunny here, which I love it. I love the sun. I love the warm weather. I don't really like it when it's scorching hot, but honestly I prefer hot weather to really, really cold weather. I love wearing shorts and t-shirts and flip-flops. If I had to choose, I would live on the beach and actually I think I would just live barefoot. But flip-flops are a good alternative when you have to wear shoes. What do you do for a living? Like I said earlier, I have a cross-stitch business. It's an online business. I sell on Etsy. I have an Etsy shop called Leia Patterns. I also have a website called leiapatterns.com. I sell digital cross-stitch patterns, cross-stitch kits, Ada cloth, floss, hoops, those sorts of things. And yeah, I started that when I was 19. I'm 22 now. And yeah, I really enjoy doing that. I just graduated from college earlier this month, but honestly I would much prefer to run my cross-stitch business than get a job with my degree, but we'll see how that works out. Do you have any children? No, I do not have any children. Do you have any pets? Yes. I still live at home with my parents, so they have a cat named Bella. And I actually found another Flosstuber. I was watching her videos a couple days ago, and she had a cat named Bella, so I was like, oh, that's so cool. And she's very fluffy. I love her. If she's ever up here in my room while I'm filming a video, I'll definitely show you her. Maybe I might insert a picture here if I remember to do that, because she's the best, prettiest cat ever. What are your other hobbies besides stitching? That's a hard one because I feel like I'm always doing cross-stitch stuff just because it's my job. But I would say probably YouTube or Netflix. Playing video games, specifically Skyrim. I'm currently obsessed with it. Sometimes I like to color, not as much as I used to, but I do have a few coloring books that I do occasionally pull out. And yeah, I'd say that's about it. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is Lord of the Rings. My favorite TV show, probably Parks and Rec. Favorite book. I'm not a huge reader, so most of the books I do read are like not like self-help books, I guess you would call them, or like business books. So I wouldn't really say I have a favorite book. I probably should read more, but whenever I do read, it's usually audiobooks. Well, listening, not reading. So yeah. What is your favorite music? I would say the artist Clean Bandit. And what is one word that best describes you? Laid back, but also adventurous. So yeah, that's all the questions that I have for you. If you have any more questions for me, leave them in the comments. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I have some questions for you. So my questions are, what is your favorite color? How long have you been stitching? And what size cross-stitch patterns do you like to stitch the most? So answer those questions in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you have a Flosstube channel, then let me know that too, so I can check you out and see your videos as well. And thank you for watching. Bye guys. I've actually been thinking about including this beautiful unicorn inside my videos. He would sit next to me and be my co-host. So if you like that idea, please let me know in the comments below and give this video a thumbs up if you like this unicorn.